Hello from San Ignacio Belize, and as always, we like to bring you breaking news of great options here. So you know I'm Macarena Rose, and I'm here with my dear friend Luis Capello.
Back again.
Yes, who is one of my favorite builders and a dear friend, actually. And we've had the privilege and honor of bringing you other homes that he has built, and I'm certain you've seen some of those videos. But what's really exciting is we have 2 lots right now that are pre-construction, ready to go, and we're going to show you what those houses will look like because 2 of them are already built. So you have the opportunity to buy 2 homes that you choose which one you want to go on these 2 parcels. And right behind you, will you explain the sizes of them? They're beautiful with picket fences.
These are beautiful lots. These are actually, if you asked anybody, these are the 2 best lots actually in the subdivision. They're both corner lots. They're both adjacent to a park. You see the parks are on both sides. They got the white picket fences in them already, and the situation pretty much is they're the last 2 lots available. There was one to the left side of you, which we'll show you. That's gone already. It's pre-sold with a pre-house build on it. That's number 6 of 8. These are the last 2 left, and I'm going to tell you now, when you see the models of the houses that I want to put on these, the price is right, and they're going to go.
That's true, and actually Luis even lives here, so you know he believes in the product.
I do.
So we're going to show you, first of all, the greenhouse. We're going to show you the outside of the greenhouse, and then the outside of the blue house, and of course, we're then going to go in and look at them.
The 2 models that I want to show you today, everything that you see, minus the furniture, would come with the build.
Got it.
So there you know.
Very powerful. And so you're going to hear us speaking about the greenhouse, and then of course right now you're seeing the blue house.
Yeah.
And they're 2 different sizes. And what is the square footage again of the blue house?
The square footage on the blue one is 1,250 square feet, plus you have an under-house storage. This is 8 by 15. And then the green one is 1,000 square feet with the same options, but just a few feet smaller.
Okay, so let's go into the greenhouse and look at that one.
Okay,
so now we're sitting on the lovely veranda of the greenhouse, and the green one, and this home has actually been sold, and it is just stunning. And the fact that it has it is beautiful. But the key thing of any home that you're going to buy is you want to know the structural integrity. So I'd like you to speak about that.
We actually, when we sold this home originally, we did a video on this house, and I believe that the people definitely appreciate the structural integrity. Small examples are all of the framing you see on this veranda here. It's all double screened, okay, so I put the wire mesh over the screening so that way if you did have it as a rental, you wouldn't have to worry about kids kicking it out and wearing it down. The floor joists, all of them, technically speaking, most of the time here, they're set between 20 and 22 inches apart. I do them at 16. So there's a lot of extra expense put into those types of things. Instead of wooden posts, I put in 10 by 10 cement steel reinforced 4-foot footers around them. This house is built like rock solid.
And that's why we can actually walk on the veranda and it doesn't, you don't feel anything.
No. So and then the great thing about this, so you know, okay, the model, this is a model of the smaller of the 2 that I would be interested in putting on those big lots.
Right.
A lot of the stuff that you're going to see in this house was all upgrades and add-ons, but I'm going to include them in the sale of the one. So everything you see in this house, besides the furniture, will be included in the build on one of these if you pick this model.
So let's talk about the house, because when you first walk in, you go to the beautiful kitchen.
It's very unassuming from the outside.
Oh, it is.
It's very unassuming. People always say that.
Fancy. And you go inside, and I like how you have the wine racks.
Oh, the wine racks. They're the garbage, the place to put in your garbage can. It's all mahogany. It's all Corian countertops. Been hand sanded 6 times. All the countertops are smoked glass. I mean the cabinet uprights. Smoked glass, mahogany, all handmade, all custom, beautiful. You don't see that anywhere here.
No, you don't. No. And I will tell you, I've been in a lot of homes, and of course, you know that. I'm in and out of them. And this quality and the attention to detail is bar none to me.
And that's what sells the homes.
That's true.
That's what sells the homes.
That's true.
They're priced to sell. There's so many good things, beautiful things about this home right here. And one of my favorite things about this house is that it's tiled on the floor. If you look at them, they're oversized tiles. Every single detail in this house I've thought of 3 times before we did it. So,
and I like how you've done the ironwork on all around the house.
All around the house. It's all ornate. It's all handmade. The railings are all handmade. And this, what I've said before, and I'll say it again, I call that peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
Beautiful peace of mind. It's
beautiful.
Gorgeous. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's all flat bar.
And how lovely. We're sitting out here in the middle of the afternoon in San Ignacio with a beautiful breeze, which you were here, and it's raining.
It's raining.
How lovely.
I could sit out here all day, though. Sometimes I sit out on the veranda at my house. It's done the same way as this one, and you can literally see the mosquitoes bouncing off the screen. They can't get in, but you can lay in your hammock and enjoy yourself, and the view here is fantastic.
So the living room is very large, and that makes it very comfortable with the eating kitchen and the living room all in one. You feel like you're in one space.
That's why I did it like I did it. The reason I positioned the stove how I have it, and where the TV sits on the wall and all that stuff. The reason for that is so that you have a social functional kitchen. You could literally be cooking your food, watching TV, and talking to your guests. That's well thought out, and that's kind of the idea of living in Belize. A lot of it's outdoor living, a lot of it's barbecuing, it's hanging out with friends, in a nice little comfortable atmosphere. And this covers all the bases.
Yes,
outside of being built very well, it's in a beautiful neighborhood.
It is in a beautiful neighborhood, thanks to you.
Yeah, it is.
You brought in electricity, you
I
brought
brought in
water.
electricity, the road, the water, and truly, this is a truly expat neighborhood. There's 8 houses here, and they're sold to people everywhere from California to Louisiana and everywhere in between.
And New York City.
And New York City and Boston. And one of the ladies here says this is like a total beach community. That's why she bought it. And it kind of is. Everybody here is very down to earth, very nice people. Every yard is well kept and white picket fenced, and
which is very unique, and
Yeah.
yet you have the view of the mountains. The river is
It's
just a
gorgeous.
few yards away, 100
the
yards
breeze is
away.
always beautiful. The only other thing I could tell you honestly, like I said, this is one of 2 models, so this is 1,000 square feet. Everything that you see inside this house comes with it except for the furniture. So
Yeah.
I would include, like I said, all the upgrades that are done to this house, I would include on that house build on one of those 2 lots. As well, I would include all of the appliances, the
Okay.
stove, refrigerator, microwave.
Fantastic.
I'll
So-
put all that in too.
So it's really walk-in ready.
It's
You
walk-in
just pick out
ready.
your
Yeah,
furniture.
absolutely. Just pick out your own furniture or whatever.
And you've even helped with that. I know that we helped with one of the houses.
Every single house, every single time, with the exception of this one. Marla did a great job. She matched the inside green to match the house, which was gorgeous.
Yeah, she did.
But,
She did a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
she did. But mostly, I ended up getting tied into
Helping out.
So
this home we know is 2 bedrooms and 2
this
bathrooms.
is 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. This is right around 1,000 square feet with the veranda. The veranda's an add-on. It's 10 by 26. And then both bathrooms are add-on to additional to the house size. So this has got a lot more space, as you see. Then, like I said, very much coming up the driveway. It's very unassuming.
And they're not add-on price-wise. They're just add-on as far as the space.
As the space, yeah.
So you want to keep that in
No,
mind. The fact that you did the wood trim around the doors, you did really put a lot of attention to detail.
I really, my whole idea for this entire neighborhood, building the homes and structuring the neighborhood the way I did, was for you to be able to come to Belize and have that feeling like you are home.
Yeah.
And truly you are. And then not to mention, you're 5 minutes from downtown. The brand new hospital is right here to the left
Right
of you.
there.
Right there. So, I mean, you couldn't get a better
You
location.
can get your tortillas, you can
Right.
get to market, you can
So-
get right downtown, you get to line dancing, they have that now.
All of it.
We have
All
all
of it.
sorts of different events now.
And yet, if you listen, you don't hear anything but birds. It's beautiful.
Birds and
this
rain,
is great.
that's
Bird,
it.
no, the rain's nice though.
the rain's lovely.
Yeah, so let
what's-
me just mention one more thing while I
Okay.
could. If you could, the house, again, on those 2 last corner lots, if you pick this model, that would be completely finished, move-in ready, more or less, outside of the furniture, and then I would also, it's clear title property, up to the landscaping would take care of. So-
What we're finding, and I'd like to share with you, is that people are very interested in buying something now. Before prices continue, obviously they're going up. But the ideal thing is for people to actually purchase now. They rent it out and make it a vacation rental for people, which we've helped
And
people
I can
figure that
testify
out.
to that. One of the sales we have here, Uncle
Yes,
Jerry
Jerry's.
behind us, he has 100% rental occupancy.
Yes.
100% year-round rental occupancy. That place doesn't stay empty for 2 weeks.
No, we keep
I
it full.
barely get enough time to go put a new coat of paint on the walls, and it's gone. So, and all of these have the same idea. If you're coming to live, great. But if you want to rent these out, this is a no-brainer. These
That's true, because a lot of people are looking for something to rent that have very good standards.
and that's it.
And they're looking for something that they can be comfortable in. And if it's your home, it's you can actually lock it up and go, and still know
Well-
that the house is in great shape and in great hands.
Well,
of course.
like you say, I live in the neighborhood. I
Yeah.
live in one of the houses here
It's
right
just
behind us. So I maintain, most of the homeowners here do a little deal with me, and I maintain their property for them. I keep their lawn kept and their landscaping beautiful, as you see. I keep up the roads. I keep up the fences when they need painting. So I'm not going anywhere.
No, yeah, we know that.
I'm right here.
It's right there.
I got 2 more to go.
So let's go to the blue house. Are you
Sure,
ready to show us the blue house?
Absolutely. I'd love
Okay.
to. That's a completely different house than this, and like I said, that one is definitely different.
All right, so now we're at the blue house.
Now we're at the newest one. This one's finished. This one's ready to go to market, and I think you're gonna love this one. This one's beautiful.
As always, we're bringing it to you first.
Yeah. So let me say this before we get into this, okay? So we know this is option 2. This one is ready to go. It's free and clear title property. The house is ready to rock and roll, ready to sell. But if somebody likes this is model number 2 that I'd be willing to put on one of those corner lots.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And that's the 2 corner lots we showed you in the
Yeah,
very beginning of
with
the video with the nice picket fences.
Yeah. So if it comes across that you see this video, because a lot of times when we do these videos, the house sells before the video hits
That's so
hits the
true.
streets. So if this did get sold up from under you and you do like this model, yes, this is an option on one of those 2 lots.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. And so I swear I didn't color coordinate with your house
It works.
today.
So I work good. I was like, between your eyes and your shirt, I'm like, this should be your house, right? Write me a check.
This is Macarena's house,
Yeah.
of course, right? So tell me about the deck, because
Okay.
this is much larger than the other one.
This house is humongous in size. In actuality, it's 4 feet wider and 4 feet longer than the green one. But when you get inside, you'll see that 4 feet goes a long ways.
Yeah.
The deck itself is 10 by 36.
Oh, that's huge.
And that's completely screened in. That's got a huge space for your washer and dryer and all of your cleaning supplies to the back. And I mean, you can clearly see you could ride a motorcycle on this thing. It's huge.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't you dare.
But you have plenty of room and
Yep.
free space to do that all around
All
here.
of it's done the same way. The heavy duty flat bar metal, double screened underneath. Floor beams at 16. You use the screws instead of nails on the deck board, so it stays nice. This is done to the nines.
It is done
Beautiful,
to the
beautiful,
nines.
beautiful, beautiful house.
And I love the height.
Yeah,
There's
look at
just-
how high this is, and look at
Wow.
the size of the beams we used here. This house is definitely in the top contender.
And it's a little hot today, but you don't feel
You
it
don't
here.
feel it here.
I
And then
felt
we-
it out there, and then I
No.
came here, and it's much cooler.
And when you get inside this house has cathedral ceilings. So even in the hottest time of the year, heat rises of the ceiling fans. This house stays cool, even in the hot. So,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Let's
Oh,
go.
you gotta love this
We're
house.
going to show you inside because you're going to love it.
and remember, if this gets sold, we can do one more of these. So,
Because you are the can-do man.
yeah, I'm the can-do man.
So, Louis, all I can say is, wow, every time I walk in
And
this
this house
home,
is gorgeous.
it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
They're all gorgeous.
Yeah, but this one's the showstopper.
But the cathedral ceilings,
Yeah, big, beautiful cathedral ceilings. You see on the green model that they had Corian countertops. You see this one's all granite. Everywhere's
just-
granite. I even did granite in the bathrooms, customized sinks. I went crazy on this house.
and
So,
all of the hardwoods. I mean,
It-
from the cathedral ceiling
all the way
hardwoods.
through, there's mahogany mixed with cedar and different woods here too, and very beautiful. This house is a showstopper. Beautiful. The thing is, for as long as I've been doing this type of work, I have a lot of good connections. I'm able to get my hands on a lot of good stuff. I'm able to get it at a good price, and so I'm able to keep the cost down.
That's
and
wonderful.
you can look at the results of what you get for it.
Oh, you can certainly tell the results
Yeah.
for certain.
If you're a wine drinker, look what we added on here. We added on a beautiful wine bar. Including
have to
wine
love
racks.
that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You really did make that what I
Yeah.
would say shishi.
Shishi, with
Yeah.
the bathrooms, the bowls, sinks on top. I mean, stuff that's in this house you just don't see anywhere. You see in a $400,000 or $500,000 home, but we're nowhere near that on price. So
But what's really nice about that, quite frankly, is that it feels like that for certain.
it feels high class.
And it's very solid.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the attention to detail from just the spacing of the windows.
You have no
And the
idea
floors.
about details. I mean, like just to show you these beams that where they touch the walls. You know how long and time consuming that is to go and get that paint exact around every one of those beams and to pick out every little flaw in the ceiling and do it right. I want whoever purchases this home to be happy for years and years to come.
Well, they're going to be your neighbors.
They're going to be my neighbors, but
So
hey,
you
but
want
as
them
you can
happy.
see, some of the testimonials you have on the homes that I build and from the buyers,
Sure.
from the buyers. I mean, no denying. If it ain't right, I'll make it right. But
And that is really important because you're right.
It's
Things
the
happen,
bottom
and
line.
if something happens, you do fix it.
I fix it.
And there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of builders, and yet I've sold a lot of your homes,
Yep.
and people are so happy. These testimonials
Yep,
come
they're
from
great.
people that have bought
that
homes
all
from
have
us
bought in my neighborhood,
and live here.
And let's face it, I mean, you're building a brand new home. Things could happen. If one or two little things would go wrong on any one of these homes, I'm right there quickly to fix it because, things happen. But overall, these houses are built, rock solid. I don't know what a better way to put it. Look at the size of the beams that go up from the floor to the ceiling there. They're humongous.
Oh, they're
this
just-
house is built. This is definitely the showstopper.
It's gorgeous.
And like I said, this one is an option. Is 1,250 square feet. The green one is 1,000 square feet. The green one, for the price I would give it, would come with Corian. This would come with all granite throughout the whole house, including the bathrooms.
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
this is nice.
And quite frankly, you really do stand by what you say.
You
because,
better
for
believe
example, the gentleman we call Uncle Jerry because we adopted him, he's lovely.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's very rarely ever here, and yet he's very happy because his home gets rented.
Well, that's part of the thing. He sent me an email and says, I would love to come see my home. However, it never stays empty long enough. But he bought it. He wanted to get it rental. You gave him the word that it would happen, and by God, it's happened.
Yes.
Like I said, he's got 100% occupancy on it. Marla and Greg love their house so much, they prefer to leave their house empty. They just don't want anybody to touch it.
Yeah.
But I gave them my word as I would anybody else. When you leave here, when you come back in 6 months, it will look exactly the way when you left it, and it always does.
And boy, isn't that reassuring to know.
Absolutely. That's what makes these so easy to sell here, to sell these homes. The prices are right, they're secure.
I know 11 years ago when I was moving to Belize from St. Petersburg, Florida, this is something that absolutely would have caught my eye and I would have bought.
Without question.
And even without you being my neighbor, the fact of you actually being my neighbor would have been a plus.
That happens. A lot of people say that that's one of the many reasons why they buy in my neighborhoods, because I live right here and I keep everything nice the way I have it. I mean, just 4 days ago, you were here visiting me. There was no fences on those lots. You come back 4 days later, we're worker bees. We get it done. We're in there to win it. We're in there to get it done, and the faster I can get it done, the more, again, that's one of those things where I can keep the price down. The faster we get it done, the less labor I have involved, the more better price I can pass on to my customers.
So I just want to conclude with that, email us. You see the email address, it's macarenarose@gmail.com, and we're going to put you in touch with Louis, obviously, and you're going to really appreciate coming to see these homes, and better yet, living here and owning a quality home like this.
Yeah, these are beautiful homes. And like I said, this one that we're sitting in now, this one's available on the market going on now.
Yes.
If this does get sold too quickly, which it will, like I said, I'll reiterate one more time, I will redo a home this size or the green one on one of those 2 lots there.
Okay.
And when they're gone, they're gone.
And there's only 2 lots left.
And there's only 2 left, so that's it. And they sell, like I said, the one beside you, I just put that on the market, just put the fence on, and it sold like a week later with the home build on it,
So we're here to actually help you find something that suits you, that you can have built or buy already built, count on it, trust on it, be able to come back and forth. Or if you're not ready to retire yet, something you can invest now and rent it out and make some money.
And you will make money at the prices I sell these homes at. There's built-in profit right from the get-go. One more thing I want to mention about this house.
Yes,
you'll notice, because I just need to say this, if somebody was to purchase one of these 2 models from me in pre-construction on those 2 corner lots, you would have options. Like, for instance, the granite. I have several different options on granite colors, floor tiles, things like that, colors of your walls. If you purchase it before I build it, you can have it the way you want it.
Oh, this one's perfect.
Yeah, this one's beautiful, but just saying.
It's a showstopper for
just
sure.
saying,
It's
this
just a
one's
showstopper.
beautiful, yeah.
Well, as always, it's a privilege and honor
absolutely.
because we like working with you, because we can count on you, and you deliver a quality product, and that is very important. Reputation's everything.
It is everything. To me, it's important to do it right and do it right the first time. So.
Yeah. And that's actually something we've honored, I think, in each other, being friends
I think
for what?
over a decade.
Over a decade
we've
now.
done a lot of business, and I'm not afraid to say it. We've done all of our business on a handshake, which is something you can't do with very many people.
You shouldn't do.
And you shouldn't do, but
it is true.
But it's true. It works for me. It works for you.
So email me macarenarose@gmail.com. As always, an honor and privilege to bring you the new and the most exciting things we have.
Don't wait too long. This one will go.
Like the other one did
before
we get the video out.
Before the video came. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. If you like this home, contact her.
Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for more.
Okay.